Amitabha sadhana. In the space in front appears the Guru in form of Amitabha, surrounded by an inconceivable retinue of bodhisattvas. Namo, to the three jewels and the three roots, the places of protection, I go for refuge. In order to establish all beings in Buddhahood, I give rise to the mind set on supreme awakening. Namo, to the three jewels and the three roots, the places of protection, I go for refuge. In order to establish all beings in Buddhahood, I give rise to the mind set on supreme awakening. Namo, to the three jewels and the three roots, the places of protection, I go for refuge. In order to establish all beings in Buddhahood, I give rise to the mind set on supreme awakening. With sincere faith, I pay homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in the 10 directions and 3 times. I offer flowers, incense, lamps, fragrances, food, music and the like, actually arranged and mentally created. Supreme Gathering, please accept them. I confess all evil deeds, the 10 non-virtues and 5 acts without interval that I have committed overpowered by mental afflictions since beginningless time until now. I rejoice in the merit, all the virtue accumulated in the 3 times by the Shravakas, Pratika Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, ordinary beings and the like. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both, according to the aspirations and diverse mental capacities of sentient beings. Until samsara is emptied, do not pass into nirvana, but compassionately look upon sentient beings drowning in the ocean of suffering. May all the merit I have accumulated become the cause of awakening, and may I soon become a glorious guide of beings. The field of accumulation dissolve into me, that the mind of the four immeasurables are risen within the mind stream of myself and all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be separated from happiness. May they abide in great equanimity. Appearance and existence, all phenomena of samsara and nirvana are empty by nature. Not realizing this, how afflicted are deluded beings in samsara. My own appearance appears as a white tree, the manifestation of unified emptiness, clarity, and compassion. The tree transformed into myself, appearing as Chenrezig, seated upon a cushion of lotus and moon. I have one face and 4 arms. 2 are joined at the heart, and the other 2 hold a lotus and garland. Peaceful and with loving countenance, I am dressed in their garments of a Sambhogakaya Buddha. Sitting in crossed legs posture, my lower body is enfolded in a lotus. In the space in front, upon a seat of lotus moon, appears a red tree gleaming with light. The light radiates, pleasing the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and gathering their knowledge, love, and power. The light then dissolves back into the tree. Again, light rays radiate to the 6 realms, purifying the karmic visions, self-grasping, and habitual imprints of sentient beings. The light gathers back, and the tree transforms into the supreme protector of beings, Buddha Amitabha. He is bright red like a mountain of rubies, with 1 face and 2 arms in equipoise mudra, holding a begging bowl. He is garbed in the 3 Dharma robes and sits in cross-legged posture. Ceaselessly looking upon beings with eyes of compassion, he appears as the great embodiment of all Buddhas. On his right is a noble supreme Chenrezig with 1 face and 2 arms, holding a white lotus with a left hand, white and adorned with jewels. He stands upright. To the left of the Lord is Bodhisattva Vajrapani with 1 face and 2 arms, holding a Vajra in the left hand, blue and adorned with jewels. He stands upright. They are surrounded by an assembly of Bodhisattvas. The 3 places of the principal Lord are marked with the 3 syllables. From the syllables, white, red, and blue light radiates to the 10 directions, and in particular to the Pure Land of Sukhavati, invoking the heart pledge of Amitabha and his retinue, who then instantly appear at this place. In the great Bliss sphere of my own primordially pure awareness abides Amitabha and retinue as a naturally present innate radiance. From the beginning, the Samaya being and wisdom being are one, yet your form manifests from the expanse of great love and compassion in accordance with the mental inclinations of beings. Following your heart pledge, please come here to this place and be seated indivisibly from the mandala of the Samaya being. Om Amitabha Saparivara Vajra Samaya Jahum Bam Ho Samaya Tishtana. Sura Sura Avatebhyasva Om Sava Sambhavi Pura Pura Sura Sura Avatebhyesva. Om Sambhavi Pura Pura Sura Sura Avatebhyesva. Om Vajrasaparavanakan, whom I offer this water endowed with 8 attributes with the nature of generosity to the mouth of the victorious ones. May there be perfect pure fortune for all beings. I offer this foot cleansing water, clear, cool, pristine and exquisite, with the nature of morality to the feet of the victorious ones. May all beings be relieved from the torment of existence. I offer various beautiful celestial flowers that have the nature of patience to the eyes of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the 7 attributes of the higher realms. I offer naturally sweet-smelling scents and blended incense that has a nature of diligence to the noses of the victorious ones. May all beings become free from the bounds of existence. I offer these precious, radiant and lustrous lamp that has a nature of meditation to the hearts of the victorious ones. May all beings clear away the dense darkness of their deluded minds. I offer fragrant medicinal elixir, saffron and the like, which have the nature of transcendent knowledge to the bodies of the victorious ones. May all beings realize the inner nature of phenomena. I offer food endowed with the essence of 100 tastes, with the nature of method, to the tongues of the victorious ones. May all beings be sustained by the food of samadhi. I offer harmonious musical sounds as those of conch shell, drum and bell, which have the nature of power to the ears of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the awakening mind. I offer the 5 desirables that appeases the senses and have the nature of prayer to the victorious ones. May all beings be satisfied by the untainted bliss. I offer the 8 auspicious substances, the 8 auspicious symbols and the 7 royal attributes, which have the nature of wisdom to the victorious ones. May all beings attain the attributes of Buddhahood. Om Sava Puja Mega Samudra Sparana Samaye Ahu. All owned and unowned things of the entire infinite billionfold universe, my own body and enjoyments, and all possessions, I offer without holding anything back to the pure land of Sukhavati. May the self-grasping of beings be thereby fully pacified. May they be endowed with the awakening mind, and may the birth in the Pure Land be unobstructed. Om Ratna Mandala Puja Mega Ahu. Realizing that my own mind is Amitabha, I pay homage on the ultimate level. Abiding within ungraspable empty awareness, everything comprised within appearance and existence is offered. deluded perceptions of dualistic grasping are confessed within their spans of dharmata. I rejoice within the state of the spontaneous completion of the three kayas. The dharma wheel of unceasing compassion will always turn. Abide within the natural dharmakaya that pervades all samsara and nirvana. In infinite pervasiveness, where there is no reference point of the three spheres, dedication always be taking place. 3. Ever turning the wheel of the pure land of Sukhavati, you unceasingly look upon sentient beings with compassion, homage and praise to Amitabha, who abiding in equipoise follows his pledge to act for the purpose of beings. To Chenrezik, Vajapani, the other bodhisattvas, the noble assembly of arahats, and the gathering of deities abiding in Sukhavati, I humbly pay homage and offer praise with body, speech, and mind. At the heart of myself, appearing as Chenrezik on a moon disk, is a Shri surrounded by the 6-syllable mantra, circling clockwise. From it light radiates and a white mantra garlands issues forth, emerges from my heart and dissolves into the heart of the deity visualized in front. Thus Amitabha's compassionate heart pledge of body, speech and mind is invoked. From the mantra garland around the Shri at the heart of Amitabha, a red mantra garland of light emerges from his mouth, enters my mouth, and I obtain blessings and attainments. In this way, the mantra circles continuously between myself and Amitabha. The multicolored light issuing from the circling mantra garland pleases the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, purifies the 3 types of aspirations of all sentient beings in the 3 realms, and the universe and beings transform into the pure land of Sukhavati.
Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Devasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Om Amadevasha, 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 No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Amadevasha, Om 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 Amadevasha, No Amadevasha, Om 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 Amadevasha, No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Amadevasha, Om 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 Amadevasha, Amadevasha, Om 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 Amadevasha. Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amitabha, 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 No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Devasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Om Amadevasha, 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 Om Amadevasha. No Amadevasha, Om 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 Amadevasha. Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Devasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Om Amadevasha, 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 Om Amadevasha. Om Amadevasha, 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 Om Amadevasha. Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Devasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha. Om Amadevasha, 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 Om Amadevasha. No Amadevasha, Om Amadevasha, Amadeva, Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Devasa, Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. Amadevasa, Amadevasa. No, Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. Amadevasa, Amadevasa, Amadevasa. Amadevasa, 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 Amadevasa. Amadevashe, 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 no Amadevashe, Amadevashe, Amadevashe. Amadevashe, 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 no Amadevashe, 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 Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit.
Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha
Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit.
Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om
Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit.
Om
Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Om Amitabha Shit. Amidevasha, 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 Amidevasha,
Amidevasha,
Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Amidevasha, Om Ame Devashe, 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 Ame Devashe, Om 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 Ame Devashe, Ame Devashe, Om 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 Ame Devashe, Ame Devashe, Om 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 Ame Devashe, Ame Devashe, Om 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 Ame Devashe, Ame Devashe, Om 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 Amitabha, 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 Devasha, Om Amitabha, 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 Amitabha, Om 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 Amitabha, no Amitabha, Om 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 Amitabha,
Om Amitabha, Om Amitabha, Om Amitabha, Om Amitabha,
Om Amitabha, Om Amitabha, Om Amitabha, Amitabha, Om 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 Amitabha, Devasha, Om Amitabha, 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 Amitabha, Om Amitabha, Om Amitabha, Amitabha, Om 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 Amitabha, Amitabha, Om 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 Amitabha, 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 Amedevas, 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 Om Ame Devashi, 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 Ame Devashi, Om 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 Devashi, Om Ame 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 Devashi, Om Amitabha se, 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 Om Amitabha, Om Amitabha se, 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 Amitabha se, Om Amitabha se, Om Amitabha Amitabha se, Om 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 Amitabha se, Amitabha se, Om Amitabha se, Om Amitabha, Om Amitabha se, 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 Om Amitabha se.
Innate awareness is the form of Amitabha. Look at the mind that is free from subject-object duality. There is no other Amitabha than that. How wondrous is the truth body of self-knowing awareness. Transcended conqueror, protector and Buddha Amitabha, a noble assembly of loving bodhisattvas, compassionately look upon us afflicted beings and guide us to the pure land of Sukhavati. In accord with your past bodhicitta vows, not wavering from the sacred bond, deity with great compassion, please exhaust all negative karma and empty samsara from its depth. At this very moment, please act as our guide. As I, with intense devotion, have thus invoked the enlightened mind, red light rays of compassion radiates from the heart of Amitabha and dissolve into the hearts of myself and all beings. Self-grasping, misconception, and delusion have collapsed in themselves. The state of selfless Dhammakaya is realized, and I rest in the nature of clarity and emptiness, free from grasping and elaboration. By all the limitless and sacred merit obtained through this meditation and recitation, may all beings drowning in the river of suffering attain the supreme state of Amitabha. Om Shri, all-pervasive Dhammakaya, protector Amitabha, Sambhogakaya's loving assembly of bodhisattvas, and Imanakaya, the gathering of Shravakas and Arhats, together with your retinue, please endow all beings with auspiciousness to progress to Sukhavati. Break.
在那个佛堂的上面有一张照片啊，那张照片麻烦是哪位法友放上去的？麻烦取下来啊。如果是您放上去的，请他取下来。
take Sambala, summoning good fortune.
烟供白财神法本，翻到第33页。接下来我们要修白财神。
and pure land of perfect happiness, even the name of sorrows unknown. Amitabha's grand long life regard me kind-hearted, in Botala pure land of perfect compassion, even 5 boys' names don't exist, generous equal with love. Grant me the supremacy, the lotus light pure land of Vidyadhara's deathless life. Even misery's names are gone, lotus born grant you blessings, sky-faring rainbow body, in manifest joy land of perfect bliss. Even the names for confused, they don't exist. Vajra Sattva grant blessings, mirror like wisdom, see thee in glory endowed land of perfect splendor. Even names for confused pride don't exist. Ratna Sambhava bestow equanimity, wisdom in Dewachen pure land of great happiness. Even names for confused desire gone. Amitabha blessing grant discerning wisdom city in fulfilled activity, land of perfect Buddha. There's no words for jealousy. Amoka Siddhi bestow all accomplishing with in the Ogni Dharma sphere, endowed with 5 perfections. Ignorance does not exist. Vairochana Grand Dharma, that to wisdom city grand vital essence says, oh, there 5 great mothers and low life illuminated Rudya, not so guilt dwells with Daki, knees grand bliss emptiness mastery, fortune of profound Traguru who's of phenom, now where all lineage dams dwell. Grant awakening in one life, fortune of Mahamudra in the sphere of self-display, dwelling dams of peace and wrath, grant supreme and common power, city fulfilling all ends. In 24 sacred sites, gathered in fifth sky down, says grant threatening liberating powers, fortune of secret matter in Dhammacaya's expanse, dwell their lineage lords and king, granting lighted acts in Christus stages manta deity, in all taming to sphere, dwell Mahakala and chord grand subjugating see the fortune of enlightened acts, who she in Vaishravanaza God was her wolf god Zamba, what kindly for all beings, master of life, merit, wealth, food and fortune with your cord, don't waver from you, heart pledge. Think of us compassionately, bring ye all alive for bring ye fortune of cattle, fortune which possess, and wealth of rich until I stock the fortune of fertile sheep, and of herd and most fortune of goods and those best cattle, wealth of rich hunting cows, bulls, used to carry heavy loads, all this good fortune be in fortune of fine lovely silk, highly priced gold and silver, fertile soil and the 6 grains, precious gems and ornaments, food and drink of every kind, bring them here as good fortune, Brahma's fortune from above. God's ghost spirits wealth me, dwell Nagas wishing Jambi, low 3 was gods and humans' wealth, bring them here as good fortune, look up his body for Zambulins only Dharma, balance fortunate, wealth, drumming and longevity, peace, life, strength and merit, for lands grant therefore, Indian kings religious, my Chinese kings all reaching force, present kings fortune and wealth, the army of King saw the courage of Ukahor, as good fortune bring them here, fortune of the endless sky, fortune of the stable grounds, perfect wealth, food and cloth, the radiant splendor, riches, strength, armor, weapons, miracle powers, Mansoor of all the skin, chairs, fortune of brave and strong, boys beautiful and virtuous girls, pure springs, please all of these, bring them here as good fortune, like sun and moon's eastern rise, eastern low life fortune, come like the swirling southern clouds, southern low life fortune, come like in shrouding mist, where stand low life fortune, please come here like a river flows northern, not first, be like a falling for now. Bhava long life fortune come. May ripening long life fortune come, fortune of melodious praise. Come like turquoise dragons, raw fortune of our students, like come like dazzling star garlands. Hoshi Eastern Vajradaki, Nibring lies fortune passy, fire disease, demons, hindrances. Southern Jundaki, Nibring sources prudent, breath expel life merit reaches. Western Lotus Daki, Nisabin Patutamo, Things Samsara Nirvana. Northern Action Daki, maybe the enlightened, acts annihilating deceivable. Wolf God with your ready, you bringing all the words for chanting auspicious objects here. Being fortunate objects, here always remain this place and make this fortune steadfast. Potentize like substance, says and displays protect. Wealth is remained from unchanging. Grant eternal life, see, grant endless treasure, see, grant wealth and merit, see, grant to cities, let them be accomplished, spontaneous, sleep, Sava, Siddhi, Allah, ho. Three Kayas, Lama deities of longevity, the Kinis of Odhyana, assembly of wealth gods, please bestow the four empowerments upon me and other fortunate disciples. Being bestowed with the supreme form empowerment upon my body, may I attain the indestructible Vajra body. Being bestowed with the supreme speech empowerment upon my speech, may I attain the power of Brahma's 16 melodies. Being bestowed with the supreme mind empowerment upon my mind, may I attain power over the unborn simplicity. May I obtain the essence Kaya empowerment, the ultimate empowerment that is a spontaneous presence of the three Kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the Guru's three Kayas, which causes the three poisons to manifest at the three Kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the long life deities of the five families, which causes the five poisons to manifest as the five aspects of primordial wisdom. May I obtain the empowerment of the Dakinis of Odhyana, by which the body of deathless primordial wisdom is attained. May I obtain the empowerment of white Zambalaya Byum, which effortlessly and spontaneously accomplishes ordinary and sublime cities. May I obtain the empowerment of wealth god and treasure lords, which perfects the abundance of food, wealth, and riches. May I obtain the empowerment of Mahamuda, which liberates from samsara's pain. May I obtain the empowerment of self-knowing Dharmakaya, which is the primordial purity of the delusional perception of unawareness. May I obtain the empowerment of great completion, which is the primordial purity of all phenomena of samsara and nirvana. May I obtain the empowerment of the great middle way, which naturally liberates the four extremes of eternalism and nihilism. May I obtain the empowerment of the perfection of wisdom, which is inexpressible, being beyond words and thoughts. May I obtain the empowerment of total openness, free from fixation, which naturally liberates dualistic propensities. May I obtain the empowerment of immortal life, which is the unchanging expanse of awareness. May I obtain the empowerment of awakening within one lifetime, which is the endless accumulation of knowledge. The Guru, who is a Trikayas, deities of longevity, the kings of Odhyana, assembly of wealth gods, my own body, speech and mind, this life, all solid and substantial matter, all these dissolves, like clouds dissolving in the sky or water pouring into water, without reference point, into all pervasive open space of I. In a state of non-distraction, rest at ease, in the unborn basic space of phenomena, let go of everything. In a state of simplicity, remain free and open, seal with steadfastness. Samaya, seal, seal, seal. Om Shri, by this virtue of timelessness beyond the three times, may all beings be relieved from the suffering of poverty, hunger and thirst, and may all wishes and enjoyments be fulfilled. At last may they swiftly attain the most excellent state of the Master Padmasambhava, in Amitabha, in the Buddha-filled great bliss, and reach the ground of no return. Continue to the next page, the World Peace Prayer.
Peace Prayer.
To the unfailing sources of refuge, the three jewels and the three roots, and especially Chenrezig, the protector of the land of snows, to noble Tara and Guru Padmasambhava I pray, please remember your sacred pledge of former times. Please grant blessing that this aspiration be entirely fulfilled. In this dark age of decline, the thoughts and actions of beings are corrupted, and the balance of the outer and inner elements is lost. Through these causes and conditions, humans and animals alike are seized by epidemics and diseases unknown in the past. They are struck by planetary demons, nagas, evil spirits, dark forces, and elemental spirits. Crops are damaged by blight, frost, and hail, and there is fighting and dispute. Untimely rains, heat waves, and droughts in the world, fear of earthquakes, fire, adversities, and natural catastrophes, and in particular evil hordes that hurt the teachings and so forth, cause harm and violence throughout the world. May these be swiftly pacified and vanquished from the very roots. In the minds of all beings, human and non-human, may precious and supreme bodhicitta arise naturally and free of harmful thoughts and actions, actions. May the minds of all be filled with love for one another. May the entire world enjoy abundant happiness and wealth. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and endure long. By the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by whatever virtues roots there are in samsara and nirvana, and by the power of our highest pure intention, may this aspiration be fulfilled. Now the wishing prayer of Dewachen.
Emaho. From here in the direction of the setting sun, beyond a multitude of innumerable worlds, slightly elevated, is the land of the noble beings, the perfectly pure realm of Dewachen. Although Dewachen is not visible to our water bubble-like eyes, it can clearly appear to our mind. There resides the subduer and victorious one, measureless light, who is of ruby red color and blazing radiance. He is adorned with the topknot on his head, the wheels on his feet, and so on, 32 signs of perfection, and the 80 minor marks. He has a single face, 2 arms, and the mudra of equanimity, holding an alms ball. He wears the 3 dharma robes. In a crossed posture, he is seated on a lotus of 1,000 petals, with a moon disk from which arises a Bodhi tree that serves as his backrest. From far away, he looks at me with his eyes of compassion. On his right is the Bodhisattva eyes of compassionate wisdom, Avalokiteshvara, of white color, holding in his left hand a white lotus. On his left is the Bodhisattva of great power, Vajrapani, of blue color, holding in his left hand a lotus marked with a Vajra. Both of them extend their right hands towards us in the refuge bestowing mudra. These 3 main deities appear like Mount Meru, the king of mountains, radiant, pouring forth splendor and illuminating. They dwell accompanied by their retinue of 1 trillion Gelong bodhisattvas, all of them also of golden color, adorned with the marks and signs, dressed in the 3 dharma robes of great resplendence. With a devotion that does not make any difference between near and far, I prostrate full of respect with my 3 doors. The Dharmakaya, limitless radiance, Lord of the Buddha family, emanates from his right hand light rays that become Chenrezig, 1 billion secondary emanations of the mighty Chenrezig. From his left hand, he emanates light rays that become Tara, with 1 billion secondary emanations of Tara. From his heart, light rays go out manifesting Padmasambhava, together with 1 billion secondary emanations of Organ. I prostrate to the Dharmakaya, measureless light. With the eyes of a Buddha during all 6 periods of the day and night, he constantly regards with love all sentient beings. His enlightened mind is constantly aware of whatever thoughts or ideas arise in the mind of all sentient beings. His enlightened ear constantly hears distinctly without confusion whatever words are spoken by all sentient beings. I prostrate to the all-knowing measureless light. Except for those who have rejected the Dharma or accomplished the deeds of immediate retribution, all who have faith in you and make their wishing prayers will be born in Dewachen, and their prayers will be fulfilled. It is said that in the bardo he will come and will guide us into this land. I prostrate to the guide, measureless light. Your lifespan lasting for countless kalpas, you stay here and do not go beyond suffering. If we pray to you with one-pointed respect, it is said that except for the complete ripening of karma, the end of our life force will happen only after 100 years, and the various kinds of untimely death will be averted. I prostrate to Protector Amitabha. It is said that it is of greater merit to join the palms out of faith on hearing the name of Amitabha and about Dewachen than to fill countless 3,000-fold universes of vast extent with jewels and to offer them as gifts. For this reason, I respectfully prostrate to measureless light. Whosoever hears the name of Amitabha and develops just once a faith, which comes from the depth of his heart and bones, and is not empty talk, will never lose the path to enlightenment. I prostrate to the Protector, measureless light. From the time of hearing the name of Buddha, measureless light, until obtaining Buddhahood, I will not be born in an inferior body, but take birth in a good family and have a pure conduct in all lives to come. I prostrate to measureless light, gone to bliss. My body and all my possessions, together with my roots of virtue, whatever offerings that are actually present or emanated by mind, including the auspicious substances, the 8 auspicious signs, the 7 precious items, whatever offerings exist since all times, billions of 3,000-fold universes with their 4 continents, the central mountain, the sun, and the moon together, with all the wealth of gods, nagas, and humans, I take them up in my mind and offer them to Amitabha. By the force of your compassion, volition, accept these for my own benefit. I lay open and confess all the non-virtuous deeds which have been committed from beginningless time until now by myself, by all sentient beings, headed by my father and mother. I lay open and confess the 3 unwholesome acts of the body, killing, taking what is not given, and impure conduct. I lay open and confess the 4 unwholesome acts of the speech, lying, slandering, rough speech, and gossip. I lay open and confess the 3 unwholesome acts of mind, covetousness, malice, and wrong views. I lay open and confess the 5 deeds of immediate retribution which we accumulated, killing our father, our mother, our teacher, or an arhat, and intending to cause harm to the body of the victorious one. I lay open and confess the evil deeds similar to the deeds of immediate retribution, killing a gelong or getsu, making a nun fall, destroying a statue, stupa, or temple, and so on. I lay open and confess the evil acts of abandoning the Dharma, like abandoning the 3 supports, etc., the jewels, the temple, and the supreme speech. I lay open and confess all of these accumulated very negative, useless actions like abusing bodhisattvas, which is of greater evil than to kill the sentient beings of the 3 realms. Compared to the 5 crimes of immediate retribution, it is more negative not to believe in the benefits of virtuous deeds and the difficulties resulting from non-virtue, and to think that this is not true and simply a pedagogical device. And this, although we received explanations on the duration and extent of suffering in the hell realms and so on, I lay open and confess this negative karma that makes liberation impossible. I lay open and confess all breakage and damages of the discipline of individual liberation, including the 5 categories of faults, the 4 root downfalls, the 13 with the remainder, the transgressions, the downfalls, the individually confessed damages, and the faults. I lay open and confess all the transgressions concerning the bodhisattva training, the 4 negative actions, 5 and 8 downfalls. I lay open and confess the samaya damages of the secret mantra, the 14 root downfalls, and the transgressions of the 8 secondary vows. I lay open and confess all harmful deeds which I did not understand to be harmful, the non-virtuous deeds that I have committed due to not requesting vows, and all evil deeds of which I was not aware of as actually being harmful, like impure sexual misconduct, drinking alcohol, and so on. I lay open and confess the serious transgressions and downfalls due to receiving refuge vows, initiations, and so on, but not knowing to keep the respective vows and commitments. Since the confession will not purify if there is no regret, I confess with great remorse, with shame, and with despair at my previous harmful deeds, as if poison had obtained the depth of my being. Since there will be no purification if I am not keeping to my vows from now on, I promise in my mind from today onwards never to commit non-virtuous activity, even at the cost of my life. Please, Sugata, measureless light, in your heirs, grant your blessing, so that my stream of being may be completely purified. When I hear about others who have accomplished wholesome acts, I abandon all unwholesome thoughts of jealousy and rejoice in their deeds with heartfelt joy, which is said to make us obtain a merit equal to theirs. For this reason, I rejoice in whatever virtuous deeds are accomplished by realized and ordinary beings. I also rejoice in the vast activity accomplished for the benefit of beings, due to developing the mind of supreme unsurpassable enlightenment. I rejoice in giving up the 10 unwholesome and performing the 10 wholesome acts, to protect the life of others, to give offerings, to keep one's vows, to speak the truth, to reconcile adversaries, to speak peacefully, gently, and sincerely, and to engage in conversations which are meaningful, to have little desire, to cultivate love and compassion, and to practice the Dharma in all these virtuous acts. I rejoice. I exhort all those perfect Buddhas who dwell in all the myriad worlds of the 10 directions to quickly and extensively turn the wheel of Dharma without waiting any longer. Please be aware of this request with your clairvoyant mind. I supplicate all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, holders of the teaching, and the spiritual friends who intend to go beyond suffering to remain and not pass into nirvana. As it was shown, I dedicate all my virtuous acts of the 3 times for the benefit of all sentient beings. May all of us quickly obtain unsurpassable enlightenment and stir the 3 realms of samsara from their depth. May these virtuous deeds quickly ripen for me and pacify the 18 causes of untimely death in this life. May I be endowed with the physical strength of a healthy adolescent in full bloom. May my material wealth never decline but increase as the river Ganges in the monsoon. May I practice the noble Dharma without danger through demons or enemies. May all my wishes be fulfilled in accordance with the Dharma. May I be of great benefit for the teaching and for beings. May I accomplish the true meaning of this human existence. At the very moment when I and all those who have a connection with me pass beyond this life, may the emanation of Buddha Amitabha, surrounded by his retinue of Sangha of monks, actually come to meet us. On seeing him, may our mind be happy and joyful, and may there be no more suffering of death. May by the force of their miraculous powers the 8 Bodhisattva brothers appear in the sky and guide us, indicating the path to Dewachen. The suffering in the lower realms is unbearable, and the joy and well-being of gods and humans is impermanent. Understanding this, may I develop a fearful mind and develop disgust with samsara that had to be endured from beginningless time till now. Even those who go from one supreme human life to another experience countless times birth, old age, illness, and death. In these difficult, degenerate times, when there are many obstacles and the well-being and happiness of humans and gods are similar to food mixed with poison, may I have not even a hair tip of attachment. May I be free of even the slightest attachment to relatives, food, wealth, and companions, which are impermanent and illusory like a dream. May I understand the countries, places, and lodgings to have no real existence, just like the places and houses in my dreams. Like a criminal liberated from prison, may I, without ever looking back, escape from this ocean of samsara that knows no freedom to the pure realm of Dewachen. Having cut all lengths of attachment and desire, may I fly off in space, just like a vulture freed from a net, and instantly reach Dewachen, traveling beyond the countless universes in the western direction. May I see the face of Buddha, measureless light, who is actually dwelling there, and purify all my veils. May I take the superior of the 4 kinds of birth and be miraculously born from the heart of the lotus flower. Obtaining in one instant the complete perfect body, may I receive a body endowed with all the marks and the signs. If I doubt and hesitate to be born there, the blossom of the flower will not open for 500 years, but inside of it I will be happy and content with all enjoyments. Even though I will hear the word of the Buddha, may this fault of delayed meeting with the Buddha's face not happen to me. May the flower open as soon as I am born, so that I may see the face of Amitabha. By the force of my merit and magical powers, may inconceivable clouds of offerings emanate from the palms of my hands as offerings to the Buddha and his retinue. May at that moment the Tathagata stretch out his right hand, place it on my head, and may I obtain his prophecy of enlightenment. Having listened to the Dharma, which is profound and vast, may my mind ripen and be liberated. Chenrezig and Vajrapani being the principal bodhisattvas, may I be blessed and guided by these 2. Almost every day, countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions come to make offerings and see Amitabha in this land. At that time, may I pay homage to all of them and obtain the nectar of the Dharma. Through my limitless magical powers, may I go in the morning towards the realm of true happiness, to the glorious land, to the land's supreme activity and dense array. May I request initiations, blessings, and vows of the Buddhas Akshovya, Ratnasambhava, Mogasiddhi, Varachana, etc. Make many offerings, and in the evening, without any effort, return to Dewachen itself. There are a billion realms of pure emanations, such as the lands of Potala, Alakavita, Kurava, and the land of Urgan, with a billion Chenrezig, Tara, Vajrapani, and Padmasambhava. May I encounter them and make oceans of offerings, request initiations, and profound pith instructions, and quickly return without any obstacle to my place in Dewachen. May I clearly see with my divine eye all the close friends, monks, and students, and so on, and may I be able to guard and protect them, bestow blessings, and at the time of their death guide them to this land. This fortunate eon that lasts 1 eon equals only a single day in Dewachen. May I live countless Dewachen eons without ever dying and continuously remain in this land. From Maitreya to Mopa, the final one, may I see all the Buddhas of the fortunate eon when they appear in this world. With my magical powers, may I go to meet these Buddhas and make offerings to them, and listen to the noble Dharma, and then again, without any obstacles, return to the Pure Land of Dewachen. Dewachen unites the totality of the qualities of the Buddha realms of 81 billion trillion Buddhas. May I be reborn in this land of Dewachen, outstandingly supreme among all pure lands. The ground of which is made of jewels, is as smooth as the palm of a hand and vast, spacious and radiant, blazing with light rays. When it is pressed down, it gives way, and on lifting up, it rebounds. May I be reborn in this joyful, pleasant land of happiness. There are wish-fulfilling trees made of many jewels with leaves of fine silk and fruits ornamented with jewels. On them gather flocks of emanation birds, which chant in very agreeable ways, proclaiming the sounds of the profound and vast Dharma. May I be reborn in this land of great wonders. The many rivers are perfumed water with 8 qualities, and the water in the bathing ponds is of nectar. They are surrounded by stairs and cornices made of the 7 kinds of jewels, and display fragrant lotus flowers bearing fruit and emanating countless rays of lotus light. The tips of the light rays are adorned with emanated Buddhas. May I be reborn in this land of greatest marvel. May I be born in this land of great joy, where even the words 8 unfitting conditions or hell are unheard of, and where never any suffering is known. Neither are the 5 or 3 emotions that are like poisons, nor sickness, mental illness, enemies, poverty, quarrels, and so on. May I be born in this land of limitless qualities where there is no men or women or beings born from a womb, since all are noble beings born from within lotus flowers. Here all bodies are without any difference of golden color, endowed with the marks and signs like the top knot on their head, and so on, possessing all 5 special powers and the 5 eyes. Whatever I desire and think of, palaces made of a variety of jewels, and all enjoyments arise by themselves. No effort is necessary. All needs are spontaneously fulfilled. There is no distinction between you and me, no clinging to a self. All my wishes manifest as offering clouds arising from the palm of my hand, and everyone practices the Dharma of the unsurpassable great vehicle. May I be born in this realm, source of all bliss and happiness. A fragrant breeze brings great showers of flowers, and from the trees and rivers, lotus flowers, arise heaps of clouds with all sorts of enjoyments, agreeable shapes, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches. There are no women, but an abundance of emanated goddesses. May these many offering goddesses continuously present offerings. At the time when I wish to rest, jeweled palaces appear, and when I wish to sleep, beautiful thrones arise, covered with many pillows and cushions of fine silk, together with birds, wish-fulfilling trees, rivers, music, and so on. When I wish to listen to them, they emanate the pleasant sound of Dharma. When I do not want, no sound is heard. Also, the ponds and rivers are exactly as I wish, cold or warm, just as it is pleasing to me. May I be born in this land where all wishes are fulfilled. The perfect Buddha, measureless light, will remain in this land for countless eons, without going into nirvana. May I act as his servant for all this time, until his passing into peace after 2 times the number of eons as there are sand particles in the Ganges. His teaching will remain. At that time, may I not be separated from his regent, Chenrezig, and uphold the noble Dharma. When at dusk, the sun of the Dharma is setting, the very next morning, Chenrezig will be a perfect Buddha. He will be the king whose light rays manifest the accumulated splendor of all noble ones. When this happens, may I see his face, make offerings, and listen to the noble Dharma. During the 66 trillion million eons that he will live, may I continuously be his servant, worship him, and uphold the noble Dharma without ever forgetting to remember his words. After he passed into nirvana, his teaching will remain 3 times 600 billion million eons. May I uphold the Dharma during all this time and never be separated from Vajrapani. When Vajrapani becomes the Buddha, completely reliable Tathagata, king of abundant jewel-like qualities, with a lifespan and teaching just as those of Chenrezig, may we continuously be the servants of this Buddha as well, present our offerings, and uphold all the noble Dharma. When my life is over, may I instantly obtain unsurpassable perfect Buddhahood in this or one of the other pure realms. Having obtained perfect Buddhahood, may all beings, just as with Amitabha, be ripened and liberated by simply hearing my name, and may there arise through countless emanations that guide sentient beings, and through other means, spontaneously and without effort, a limitless benefit for beings. The Buddha's lifespan, his merit, his qualities, and his pristine awareness, as well as his splendor, are beyond measure. And it is said that someone who remembers your name, be it Dharmakaya, limitless radiance, measureless light, Amitabha, or Bhagavan of immeasurable life and primordial wisdom, Amitabha, will be protected against all dangers through fire, water, poisons, weapons, evildoers, demons, and so on, with the only exception of the full ripening of previous karma. By remembering your name and prostrating, please protect us all from dangers and sufferings, and grant your blessing of excellent auspiciousness. Through the blessing of having mastered the 3 bodies of the Buddha, through the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharmata, and through the blessing of the undivided aspiration of the Sangha, may all of my prayers be accomplished just as it is wished. I prostrate to the 3 jewels, Tayata, Penza, Driva, Awa, Bodhanaye, Swaha. I prostrate to the 3 jewels, Namo Anjushriye, Namo Shushriye, Namo Uttama Shriye, Swaha.
Long life prayer in the yellow pure book, page 20, and then the long life, the long life of Gachen Rinpoche.
骑行在第几页后面这样子换？第几页后面？他在这里看到。
32页后面。
For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, Lord Shenrezik, may your life remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the three jewels, great being, who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shakya line, you perfectly guide others with your excellent deeds. May you, precious Guru, who accomplishes everything spontaneously, live long. Holder of the teachings of Lord Jigungpa, great sovereign of the three jewels, through the power of your peerless compassion and the holy Dharma's peaceful light, you bring relief to beings. May your life be long. The long prayer. Om Svasti, unchanging great bliss, Dharmakaya, unchanging manifold creativity, Sabogakaya, dance of compassion without object, Nimanakaya, protector in nature of the indivisible three kayas, protect us. White as the autumn moon, replete with its 16 parts, the protectors for the 8 fierce mother of the 3 times victors, sit in the center of a white lotus holding an opala, wish-granting chakra, bestow immortal life. The one known in the Holy Land as Aryadeva emanated into the Gaklan of eastern Tibet as Jondingpa, the heart son of Jinten Gompo, Songon. May the life of glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 eons. The full moon, ornament of the 3 jewels, teaching is exalted above the crevices of the eastern mountains, yet its cool rays nurture the white lilies of the lower slopes. May Garchen, the moon that benefits others, lean lifelong. Casting to the wind all concern for food, clothing, and fame, he is girded with the armor of wisdom, morality, and a good heart. As firm in the 3 samadhis as the ocean is deep, may Garchen, lamp flame of definitive meaning, live long. In this age of strife where the victor's teaching faces hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbiased teaching. May Garchen, the son of the teaching, live long. There is no chance for demonic obstacles to affect the 3 secrets of the Lama who possesses blessings. Yet, in accord with the principle of auspicious interdependence, this wish-granting supplication is wonderful. To the compassionate truth and power of the 3 jewels and 3 roots, and to the might of Mahakala and Choki Dharma, may these words of benediction, made with pure heart, be accordingly and spontaneously accomplished without hindrance. Page 26.
请大家翻到第17页，教法广弘祈请文，我们只念前面的4句。
May the teaching of the great Drigun Paratna Shri, Master of Interdependence, Omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all noble things, be upheld through teachings and practice, through hearing, reflecting, and meditating until the end of existence.
请大家往前翻到第15页，右边的观音祈请文。
Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 of Buddhas of this fortunate eon. Your love is boundless like space. I supplicate the Bodhisattva, Chenrezig. this virtue.